Israel medical team arrives Thursday for post-hurricane humanitarian mission. A 40-member medical delegation from Israel is scheduled to arrive in Jamaica on Thursday to assist in humanitarian relief efforts in response to Hurricane Melissa's devastating impact on a section of the island. The initiative, jointly coordinated by Israel's Minister of Health and Minister of Foreign Affairs, was organized at the invitation of Jamaica's Ministry of Health and Wellness. The mission aims to complement Jamaica's national response by providing specialized medical expertise and technical assistance in affected areas. The delegation is led by Dr. Joseph Mendlovich, blah, blah, blah. And you can read the rest on your own time.
All right. I just going to put it simply down to logistics. Our neighbors never bridging where even go, they go study medicine. And them say them have the best doctors in the world. Geographically, we are brothers and sisters. Geographically, it makes sense
Cuba, yata.
that the neighbors come and help you. I don't see why we wouldn't go to the best medical doctors in the world first.
So you're saying that Cuba and doctors should be coming to Jamaica and the nurses, like we have always have those initiatives that the American government has fought.
Yeah, yes. And that is my problem. But the thing is now, Davian, we have to understand who they are in the bed with. It is like it is, Davian. If you are friends with Mr. Red Hair Redneck, which is
Right.
friends with Mr. Star
Yeah.
of David,
Yeah.
you know what I said? You're going to find yourself in a bed with these people. But guess what now? There's a storm that is coming, not for Jamaica, but for those people. And when the storm kick these people off the top of the world, who are we going to go to when those people can no longer help us? People can blacklist your country just because your government associated with a certain what them call it, kin. Let's use the word kin. When you associate with a certain kin, people automatically blacklist you. Think bad about you. Look at how, for example, some people just cast away all Americans just because their president is a bad man. People just broad brush America.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. You know? I just feel like we just have to be careful who we are go to bed with. And we are, so we and them have history too.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the days, in the 70s, 60s, whatever, you know what I say? When them used to when you used to have the herb field them back up in some high places. Did you know that most of the time that they would burn down or cut down these fields, they send the best samples to that country,
Which country?
that same country,
Which one? Israel?
that one, that same one. Them, yeah, back in the days, them used to send them to do research and whatever. And if you look in Israel, researches actually came out about the medicinal purposes of the marijuana
Mm.
after going there. You know what I'm saying? Them find out say you can use it in eye drops. You know what I'm saying? Them find out say good for your skin, the CBD, all of them kind of things. But the first days, and them just they start and whatever, right cross, them used to go right cross to that place there, to that foreign land. But my thing, Davian, is that we just have to be careful who we're going to bed with.
Not
And
all help.
historically, we've been always going to bed with the wrong people.
Jamaica. Not
Jamaica.
personally.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
On a serious levels though,
Yeah.
all help is not good help.
That is what I'm saying.
All help is not good help.
And he look
Sometimes
funny.
it
He look a
sometimes it's
funny way.
good.
Look, he
Yeah.
really look a funny way.
Tony, sometimes you have to go your bed hungry instead of sell your soul.
That is what I think.
Go to your bed hungry instead of selling your soul. Don't make the short term benefits them look at long term. But this history, you know that this country that Israel had planned a big investment into Jamaica's tourism culture for this
And
upcoming
and no,
few
no, they
years.
have planned it. And they have, listen, you know what is opportunity? I always say this to you, David. Opportunity is when luck meets preparedness. So they were prepared for a situation like this to happen. And we're not saying, we are not here on the Yardman podcast saying that anybody created this natural disaster, anybody, you know
No,
what I'm
no,
saying? We're
that's
only
a
saying,
outlandish conspiracy theory, and we're not standing that stupid. Any
yeah,
people
we're
say
not,
that they dumb
listen,
as fuck.
we can talk about that later, but we're not talking about that on this live right now. But what I'm saying is that during disaster struck, they saw their first opportunity to reiterate the idea or reintroduce the idea, as Davian said, to help to invest into the tourist sector.
It's cheaper, no?
It's cheaper now. And they
So
will have
Tony,
much more influence.
Tony,
And
I
another
will.
thing, Davian, another thing. You remember the assembly, the UN assembly that happened the other day, and some of the world leaders were walking out when the president of that country went to speak.
Yeah,
All I can say is now we know why Jamaica sat down. We now know why Jamaica sat down. Even though after they had a press conference and it was some kind of representative of the government. I think the
Minister of
speaker,
Foreign Affairs.
Minister of Foreign Affairs, was saying that it was an act of diplomacy. But my problem with that, sometimes you don't have to be diplomatic. Sometimes when you see bullshit happening in your face,
Mm.
I don't think that was a time to be diplomatic and basically not stand with everybody else that was walking out. However, as I said now, we now know why the Prime Minister sat down during that UN conference.
All right, Tony. To piggyback off what you said, I'm gonna add some more context for people who don't want to understand. I like what you're saying. Opportunity is when preparedness meets what?
Luck.
Luck. But in this case, I would say Israel opportunity is when devastation meets lack of private. When a let me see. Israel's opportunity is when a
Opposite,
lack
yeah.
of preparedness meets a natural disaster.
Yes.
And this has been going on for years. Jamaica's relationship with Israel has been a very diplomatic one. Our prime minister is the first prime minister to have gone to Israel on a diplomatic visit.
The current Prime Minister, the current Prime Minister.
Our prime minister has been our government has been the one to abstain from a lot of votes that would have gone against Israel to maintain diplomacy with them. Our entire security systems, Israel companies won that bid. The entire NIDS infrastructure, the National Identification System infrastructure, that's going to be Israel
By the
an Israeli
Israeli government.
company to implement that.
Yes.
Now, earlier on in this year, you hear that Israel had planned to invest, Israeli investors, let me stop saying Israel, Israeli investors had planned to
Yes.
invest in the tourism sector of Jamaica to expand it to some extent. And that was what we were looking towards. And then we look at it and we're like, in the Caribbean, Jamaica is seen as the capital of the Caribbean in terms of being one of the largest English speaking countries
The Greater Antilles.
in the Caribbean. Israel doesn't have the best press in the world, so any form of good publicity helps them a whole lot. The same thing with another country named El Salvador sending aid as well. People in these countries are crying out for help, but they can send aid. All help is not good help. Think about long term. What are we going to hold these people? What do they want in return? What have we promised them? We need transparency on these dealings.